What's up, guys? Here with the week 5 review. Obviously, I wasn't able to get on here last week. I had college games Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I had friends in town after that. And of course, we have football starting on Thursday, so it's tough to get a video. And I'm squeezing this one in this week because I know you guys enjoy it, and obviously I enjoy it sometimes too. It's just tough to get it in with a schedule sometimes. So I'm trying to knock this out before I get on a call here in the next hour or so for ACC stuff. Um, Obviously, we've had some trades go down. We had some banter the other day regarding it. Like I said, I didn't see the trade initially because, like I said, I've been pretty busy. Um, it was a little lopsided. I don't. It's very difficult to say it's enough to veto. Obviously, I've only done that one time, and it was a trade I was involved in because it was definitely one-sided, and I didn't want everybody to chew my head off. But hey, man, it is what it is. Like everybody says, everybody can manage their team their own way. We never know, what's going to happen to players. Injuries happen all the time. I'd hate to tell a guy, no, you can't make a trade because it's not fair, and then the guy who we all thought was going to get fucked in the deal would have been out on the better end of it. Say an injury happens or whatever. So very difficult for me. We just hope everybody plays with integrity. Everybody knows what they're doing. And hey, man, some people like to trade, as we can see, and some people don't. It is what it is. I advise to trade some, maybe not as much as others, but everybody's going to manage their team their own way. They all have their own philosophy. So just best of luck to everybody, and I'll get started here. First matchup I have is mine versus Jason C. I won this one 115 to 103. Jason had Stafford, who did okay with 17. ETN really killed it for him. Beginning of Sunday, I was pretty nervous. He dropped 34. Mostert found the end zone, got 15. Obviously, he might get some more run with A-Chain going to IR, although Jeff Wilson is coming back, and I'm sure he's going to get some playing time there. Bunch of single-digit scores in the rest of his lineup, 10 out of his kicker, basically 10 out of Zay Jones. Obviously, he has Justin Jefferson, who went to IR. He'll be out minimum 4 weeks, so we'll see if he makes any trades for him there. I know I offered one, and I was able to trade for him in another league. Of course, it's a risk. He may not come back in 4 weeks. They also may trade Kirk Cousins, and they may just shut him down because they suck, and, you never know. But, for the number one receiver in the game, it's a chance I feel like I got to take. It looks like he also has Jeff Wilson on his bench. So, looking at my team, I was led by Justin Fields. Had a huge day on Thursday night, which was nice. I was not expected. Dropped 33 points. Picked up McLaughlin this week. He was able to get me 16, so nice pickup for me there. Bunch of single-digit scores. Got 10 out of Watson, pretty much 10 out of Mark Andrews. 18 out of the Jets defense. That was a huge day for me. Had Gabe Davis on the bench with 19, so I could have got some more points there. Nico had a bad week. Chris Olave found the end zone, but not much more. He's kind of frustrating this year. Next up, we got Dakota versus Garrett. Dakota won this one 134 to 120. Dakota was led by Anthony Richardson, who left the game with a shoulder injury and is on IR now. So he only got him 4 points there. Looks like he will roll Tua, so it's not like a huge deal there. Not a big dip in talent necessarily. Bijan struggled a little bit, only with 11. A-Chain got the 21, but he is also moving to IR. Got Cup back this week, who got him 16. Obviously got DeAndre Hopkins in that trade we were discussing earlier. He had 18. Obviously, that's been his best game of the season as far as I know. Travis Kelce had 18. He did get hurt in that game. He did come back. They do play Thursday, so we'll see if he's able to give it a go tomorrow or not. Brees Hall had a huge day with 27, so a lot of big plays out of his lineup there. Had Rashid Rice on the bench with 11. Really only one single-digit score in his lineup outside of his kicker and defense. Garrett Wilson was 7. Looking at Garrett's team, led by Lamar Jackson, who got him 10. You obviously expect more than that, but he always seems to struggle against the Steelers, I feel like. That's always a big rivalry game, and that's always up in the air there. Josh Jacobs had a decent day with 17. Jalen Waddle found the end zone with 12. George Kittle had a huge day for him. Tried to make things interesting. Had 26. Saints defense got him 22. Kicker got him 17. If he just needed a little bit more out of some of these guys like Pollard, who had 6. Obviously tough matchup. Cortland Sutton, 1 catch, 2 points. I think was it Jalen Reed or Jordan Reed? I fucking know. The receiver for the Packers. Here, I'll just click on it and find out. Jaden Reed. Okay. He had just the 1 catch there as well. So, tough day there. Had Goff on the bench, who had 27. So, obviously, if he plays Goff over Lamar Jackson, it would have been enough of a point differential there to give him the win. I could see maybe playing Goff. Obviously, you're not really going to benchmark Lamar Jackson, but Goff did have a good matchup, and Jackson had a tough one, so it is what it is. Next matchup, Ray versus Jason F. Ray won this one 103-96. Looking at Jason's team, Mahomes had 19. Calvin Ridley had a nice day with 17. Kyle Pitts had a decent day. You don't hear that very often. Had 12. Nothing else going on in his lineup. It did have A.J. Dillon on the bench, who had 14. All his running backs had single-digit scoring, all 3 of them. McLaurin with 7, Judy with 8. Just tough day there. Looking at Ray's team, he was led by Jordan Love, who got him a whopping 5. He decided to bench Joe Burrow because he's been frustrated, and Joe Burrow said, yeah, take that. 23 points there. Obviously, I'm sure will play Burrow moving forward. Just tough to bench Burrow. I know he's been struggling, but he's supposed to be a top 5 quarterback, so it is what it is. Obviously, still got the win, so in the grand scheme, doesn't matter. Played Jonathan Taylor for the first time, as he was his first game. Taylor didn't do much, only had the 4 points there. Let's see what they say about him here. Looks like he only played 10 snaps, so it looks like they're going to ease him in. Pacheco with 13. Stephon Diggs dominating with 20. Jacoby Myers had 17. Alvin Kamara with 17 in his second game back, so good play there out of his guys. Next up, we got Kenny versus DJ. This was 124-89. Looking at DJ's team, Jalen Hurts led the way. Big day, 27 points. Christian Kirk got him 11. Marvin Mims got him -1. Had a catch, and obviously must have had a fumble there. Zach Ertz found the end zone, but not much more. Got him 8 there. Dolphins defense with 12. Nothing else there. Did have Goddard on the bench, who had 21. So could have got some more points there, but it wouldn't have been enough to come back. Played Samaje Perine, who had 10 pretty much. James Conner left the game with a knee injury. It didn't even look that bad, but it must be decent because he's going to IR. Devonta Adams with the 6 points there. Obviously, probably saw a lot of Jair Alexander in that game. That makes the day a little bit more difficult. Looking at Kenny's team, Sam Howell put up 25, so nice day out of him there. Okay, so he played Howell over Daniel Jones. I was wondering if Howell was his only quarterback, but definitely a smart play there. Spears for the Titans got him 15. Tyreek Hill with 28. Puka Nacua still continues to play well, 17 points despite Cooper Kupp coming back. Marquise Brown put up 14. The Commanders got him -5 on defense. That's you don't see -5 too often. CeeDee Lamb struggled a little bit. Hawkinson struggles a little bit, but definitely gets the easy win there. Next up, we got Dalton versus Derek. Dalton won this one 169-112. Dalton was led by Josh Allen with 28. Zach Moss still played him even though Taylor was there, and it was a smart play. He got 33 points. DJ Moore put up 45, which is crazy. I did have him at one point, but traded him away, and I benched him in another league, so it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Jake Elliott had 11. Darren Waller with 13. Zay Flowers had 10. Devontae Smith is struggling this year. I'm not sure what's going on with him and like Waddle and Olave. Obviously, I guess a little bit with Olave is the quarterback play. I know Waddle missed a little bit of time, but they have Tua. I mean, Smith has Hurts. Not really sure why those guys aren't really producing like we expected this year, but it is what it is. Looking at Derek's team, C.J. Stroud, 14. Derrick Henry only had 8. James Cook with 3.6. Looks like he had -4 rushing yards, but was still able to get him at least some positive points there. A.J. Brown with 16. Adam Thielen has been quite a surprise this year. 22 points. He is really, really playing pretty well. Niners defense got him 18. DeAndre Swift with 14. Did have Brock Purdy on the bench who had 26, so he could have got some more points there, but it wouldn't have been enough. Dakota had a huge week this week. And then the last matchup we have Michael versus Josh. Michael won this one 112-107. Looking at Josh's team, Josh Dobbs gave him 9. Montgomery had a nice day with 20. Obviously, wouldn't even been able to compete without Jamar Chase, giving him 45 because everybody else in this lineup got single digits. Herbert, Conklin, Tank Dell, Romeo Dobbs with 1 point. Ramondre Stevenson has been such a disappointment this year. 2.5 points here. It's just very, very difficult to see. I own him in a league and draft him in the 3rd round. So looking at Michael's team, Trevor Lawrence got him 16. Joe Mixon with 11. Obviously, he forgot to take out Aaron Jones. I think his situation's weird. Like, he was hurt. Then he played last week. I think he was expected to play this week. And then I think he was like kind of a late scratch, but I don't think he had anybody he could have thrown in there for him. Luckily, it didn't cost him the win. He still got it. George Pickens got him 24. Jordan Addison with 15. I expect him to do a little bit better as long as they can keep Cousins. He'll get some more opportunities. Curtis Samuel with 16. Sam Laporta, nice day out of him, 18. He's been playing very well this year for a rookie. Josh Reynolds on the bench with 16. Command on the bench with 13. Just good all-around day. You know, everybody almost got double digits in his lineup except Breida and his defense and kicker. So not a bad day there. Nobody really killed it outside of Pickens, but I mean, I guess you could say Laporta with 18. That's a good bit for a tight end, considering that's a very weak position in fantasy. That covers all the matchups this week. Looking at the standings, I don't think anybody's really running away with it. We got 4 teams at 4-1, 2 teams at 3-2, 3 teams at 2-3, 2 teams at 1-4, and then I'm not even sure I recognize this team at 0-5. Looks like the owner is Garrett. I don't know if he must be new. He must be new at 0-5. I'm not really sure what's who that is. The Garrett I know has one of the best winning percentages of all time. So this can't be him. Somebody must have hacked his account or something. Clearly, he likes Taylor Swift. So it is what it is. But good luck to you guys this week. Obviously, waivers went through today. Looks like we had a little bit of action. Nothing. I don't think anybody was crazy out there to go fetch. Obviously, we got some big name guys going to IR this week. So everybody's going to have to maneuver and figure things out accordingly. But best luck to you guys, and I will see you next week, hopefully.